2017 is nuts, right? Just when you think you're starting to understand the pro wrestling world, it throws another curveball in your face as if you'd just been punched. But it's so wonderful, it's like a punch of love. But as you've probably heard, yes, Jinder Mahal did lose his WWE title to AJ Styles on SmackDown. And not only is that the first time a world title has changed hands on SmackDown in years, but it's the first time a world title has ever changed hands on UK soil. So, I mean, we're living in Dreamtown. My name is Simon Miller from What Culture, and you know what? This had to happen. Why? Here's why. It's only fair to say that Jinder's world title reign has been somewhat controversial. I mean, he started off by getting into that spot from nowhere. He was in a rock band, and then all of a sudden, he was in the main event, and that irked a lot of people. So straight away, he's fighting from the bottom up. He's got to try and convince these people that wasn't a mistake. That's such a hard position to get to because he's a brand new WWE champion anyway, and he's got to get over that stigma. But then there's the extra stigma that he was thrown in there and he shouldn't have been. I mean, that's even worse than the Roman Reigns situation in many ways, because at least we kind of know what to expect. I mean, even right now in November, we're going, oh, Roman Reigns will probably win the world title at WrestleMania 34, so we prepare ourselves. Jinder, shapow, out of nowhere. We were basically told to just deal with it. But because we're wrestling fans and we're all smart and, you know, some of us are assholes, we went online and we moaned about it instead, and that has been going on for about 6 months. This really did have to happen though, and not just because of the reaction that Jinder was or continued to get. And fair play to the man. And he has come on a lot over the last few months. His presence and his promos especially, he did kind of start to feel like he deserved to be at the top of the card. And let's give the man credit. True, his in-ring work up to this point hasn't been the best, but the match he had with AJ Styles was awesome. And of course, a lot of credit of that has to go to Styles, who is one of the best workers in the world. However, it takes two to tango. When it takes two to tango, got to spread out that credit. Ultimately, however, Jinder did feel like a dude that was just handed the title as opposed to organically being allowed to get there. It's not like we, the fans, willed it, and I know that's a whole other argument for another time, but we'll get to that. So eventually, it had to hit a wall. This was the wall. I think WWE made the right call. And I get the whole India thing, but it's not like that was a huge success, and it didn't really affect ratings either. I mean, they didn't go down. We're not going to talk about that Halloween rating that SmackDown had, which was terrible, because that wasn't Jinder's fault. That's because it was Halloween. But at this stage, he's not making ratings go up. I think that's only fair to say. He is not a ratings draw or a ratings spike. If you're backstage and you're in management, you've got to address that. You're making a TV show, and the whole point of that TV show is entertain and to bring more audience in. Now, it is bonkers that this decision was made only weeks before the WWE is about to go on an India tour, unless this is all a swerve and Jinder is actually going to win back the title next week or something, and then cue the internet rage. But even with that, even knowing that, the time was right to do this. The time was now, as John Cena used to say. For starters, it's AJ Styles. I mean, what can't AJ Styles do? Styles is so good right now that no matter what promotion you put him in, he would be at the top of the card, or at least should be at the top of the card, because that's how talented he is. So if that guy is on your books and you're not treating him that way, well, you've gone crazy. You've gone absolutely nuts. In one evening as well, WWE made the SmackDown brand far more interesting than it has been in months. I mean, even if you don't tune in to watch this, you may hear the fallout for it, and you may get intrigued and go, well, I've got to tune in next week, because what does this all mean? Where does this all going? How does it affect Survivor Series? If nothing else, just this news breaking before the show aired may actually boost a decent rating, and if you like that match and you like AJ Styles, then maybe you hang around. This just made sense. This was smart. This was intelligent by WWE. And we mentioned Survivor Series. Now look at that card. It's probably going to be main evented, or at least we know on the show at some point, we're going to get Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles. That's like a WrestleMania match. And if Brock is in the right mood, that could be one of the best matches of the year. And no offense to Jinder, but having AJ there in terms of a marquee match, AJ versus Brock is just better. That's just better than Jinder versus Brock. That's no offense to Jinder, and I'm sure if he is watching this, he's going to be offended. I don't mean it that way, but that's just the way the dice roll. The dice rolls, and it says Brock AJ's good, Jinder Brock is alright, but not as good. And how the hell is this even the thing to begin with? I know this comes up a lot with AJ Styles, given the trajectory of his career and where he was and where he's came from. But first off, he's a two-time WWE champion. Crazy. On top of that, we're about to see Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles. As I always say, imagine I brought that up even 5 years ago. I'd walked up to you in the street, you had a WWE t-shirt on and going, hey, guess what we're going to see in 5 years? Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles. You would have punched me, and I would have been mad, and we would have had a fight, but you would have been right to have punched me. That's a stupid thing to say. In short then, given the state of the WWE and what was happening, this is exactly what they had to do. All of a sudden, interest in the product is going to skyrocket, and if Survivor Series does actually end, with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens costing Team SmackDown that match against Team Raw, my gosh, it's going to be one of the best pay-per-views in years. And then what happens after? What happens on Twitter 24 hours later? Shane McMahon just goes, hey world, guess who the 5th member of Team SmackDown is? That's right, it's John Cena. At one point, John Cena was going to be the special guest referee in Jinder versus Brock, so I have no idea what's going on. It's a roller coaster of insanity, but damn it, I'm loving every second. Simply put, nothing was ever going to change with Jinder as champion. We realised that over the last few weeks, but now, boy howdy, now it's all changed. AJ, Brock, Cena, they're all back into the mix. Nothing feels the same. Who knows what's round the corner? So thank you, WWE. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You're all right with Miller. Now, please don't screw this up. Please don't screw this up. Don't let this be a tease. We're excited for Styles versus Lesnar, so don't take that away. And also, you've moved Cena into the Survivor Series match. That's better too. Right now, you've managed really smartly to turn a card a lot of people are like, ugh, that looks rubbish, into one where I think like, yes, this is a Big 4 pay-per-view. I cannot wait until the November Survivor Series. Anyone else scared though? Anyone else scared? I'm a little bit scared. I'm a little bit scared on Raw. Something's going to happen, and then something's going to happen on SmackDown, and this is going to be the end. Don't forget, on Raw, we had that huge package for Jinder versus Brock. A lot of time and money went into that. Got the fear. Now, don't forget to leave a comment below and let us know what you think about AJ Styles being the new WWE champion. Like, share, and subscribe. Head on over to whatculture.com and read some articles. Follow What Culture on Twitter at WhatCultureWWE. My name is Simon from What Culture. Why? Because that's the name my parents gave me from birth. They didn't call me Simon from What Culture. It doesn't say Simon from What Culture on my birth certificate. My actual whole name is Simon Jeremy Miller. There's a lovely fact for you. Maybe one day I'll change it to Simon from What Culture.
So, thanks for watching. Please feel free to click on any of these things around my head, or something terrible might happen to the dog. Too sweet me, bro. Traitor. Traitor.